Alright, Heart of Stone. I don't actually have a lot to say about Heart of Stone. I'm being honest. I feel like writing this song, this is one of the songs that we tried to use to clarify past songs.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a weird thing to say, but there were some references, especially in Prometheus and Keep Me Alive, where people were very confused who Icarus was. Who were we talking about when we said Icarus in these songs? And we thought we were kind of being clear with it being Quackity, but a lot of people did not pick up on that. I think because in other Dream SMP media, some people associate Icarus with Will, which is fair. But Icarus in Babel Has Fallen is always Quackity. And so we used Heart of Stone partially to clarify who Quackity was by saying, Sam is our Daedalus. He's our builder.
I was so excited when Techno said that on stream. You're Daedalus. And I was like, we have to do a song.
Yeah, because we were in the midst of all this mythology reference stuff. Because I think, was that back in January or something?
It was when the prison stream came out.
I think it was a little bit after. Because that was at the Revengers. That was during Revengers.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which was soon after.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was around the new year. Sometime around then. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked it up in a little bit. But yeah, he referred to him as Daedalus, and we're like, okay, he has to be our Daedalus. This fits perfectly. We already were kind of leaning towards him being Daedalus, because it just fits so well. And so Heart of Stone is kind of solidifying Sam as Daedalus in our album's canon, and then clarifying who Icarus was.
Mm-hmm.
But then from it, we also got, that Dream is the monster in the labyrinth. He's the one in the prison that Sam built. That was a fun allegory that we got to get out of that song, which we weren't expecting, but it was a lot of fun, and I think we used it in a couple other songs. Definitely Burning Pages. I can't remember if we used it in the end.
We'll find out when we get there.
We'll find out when we get there. I don't have them pulled up right now. I didn't want 16 Word documents out on my really old laptop that's struggling as it is. Yeah, I like it. It's different. It's not quite hard rock, but it's more rock adjacent, which at that point I hadn't done much of, and I still haven't done a lot of, but I like it. I like rock, even though doing rock scares me a little bit because I'm not super experienced with it. But it's a lot of fun. I think it's got a good vibe, and I like how he twists Technoblade's words in the chorus. We did that very intentionally because I'm trying to remember.
Haunted. Yeah, I just pulled this up.
No. What's the username?
Oh, the username? I don't remember.
Of that one person. I'm gonna go find it.
You do that. I want to talk about, real quick, in Haunted. We didn't talk about this because when we were looking at the doc earlier, we were looking at the updated lyrics. So I didn't have the old section. But in Haunted, there's that section where you get the Prometheus chorus again. Not the chorus, the bridge. My hounds are at the ready, yeah, they're pulling at the leash. I said I'd bring you fire, and I practice what I preach. You fell in love with shadows, learn to hate the flame it's from. Beware the battle drum. We skipped the line, all is fair in love and war.
I'll be honest, that was because I just ran out of space for the lyrics.
We also talked about it at the time, and we're not clearly answering this, but is it fair in love and war if, from Techno's perspective, if Rambo gets hurt because of him? Is that fair? The question is there. Is all fair in love and war, or is that only true when I'm the one doing it? And so it's interesting because that chorus splits. And I am a little sad that's not as clear in the new version.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. But the new version's great. I am not dissing it at all. I wanted to mention that because it's in the older version. What happens to that line, all is fair in love and war? Well, it shows up again here in Heart of Stone.
Which technically means it's showing up here, because in the album order, this song is right before Haunted.
Right.
So you hear, all is fair in love and war. But in the next song, Techno's not saying that anymore. He's not saying all is fair in love and war anymore. Sam has taken over that idea, because Techno's now questioning whether or not that's true.
Right.
And we actually got that idea to do a Sam song with this idea of Sam taking that lyric from Alias to Arl.
Right.
Which is a fan of the community, longtime fan, wrote a analysis of Haunted when it came out and mentioned something to that effect, that maybe Sam stole that line or something to that effect. And we were like, oh, yeah, that would be cool. And so that's literally where the Sam song came from, was because of this one analysis that we thought was really intriguing of Sam adopting that line. We also get the recurrence of the "and I don't care" line in the bridge on this one, adopting yet another line from Dream. So he's adopting lines from Techno, he's adopting lines from Dream, he's talking about Quackity. You're kind of seeing how Sam has been influenced by all these characters, even though he won't admit it.
This got changed too in the new version. The bridge is different in the new version too, right? Because this part got cut out.
No. This was...
I just haven't listened to it in a while?
No.
Oh.
Originally, so we're looking at the document. Originally, there was, instead of a duplication of the "why are you shocked by what I have done" line, what we wrote down actually was a line before, like a entire verse in the bridge before "why are you shocked by what I have done." And that is this line right here, or this little stanza. "Sons and daughters and women and men, I'll use whom I must, and I'll do what I can to protect the greater good is the most just end, and I don't care that they won't understand." I ended up cutting that and just using "why are you shocked by what I've done? You've all done worse for a far lesser cause," because I thought it was a much more powerful build-up.
I think you're right. I just forgotten about that.
I mean, this was one of the ones that we wrote in a day.
Like most of them.
And we wrote it while I was supposed to be studying for my comprehensive exams. But, we did this anyway instead of studying. Oh well.
You can see the Titan's fire in here, the Flamebringer.
Yeah, lots of good motifs brought back in this song. We had a lot of fun with it. And I just love that. "This blood and bone, this fire hardened heart of stone." That was another one of those lines that had just clicked and we're like, and let's do this.
Yeah, that's a Night lyric. You came up with that and it's great. It's not how I would have written it, though. It's a very different style. You can kind of tell if you start picking through the lyrics and learning our styles, who wrote what, because that, I never would have come up with that.
Yeah, that's very much more my style.
Which I think is one of the reasons these songs are so cool, because it's kind of a mixture of the two of us, a lot of them. And some of them lean towards one of us more than the other. But, creating that mixture creates such a more complicated and sophisticated art piece.
Yeah, makes it interesting.
There's a lot of good wordplay.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it.
The beginning of verse 2 about Icarus. Icarus was never my son. He gave me waxen promises that melted in the sun.
That's a really good line. I love that line. I don't remember who wrote that one, but it's a good line.
I think you must have. I could be wrong.
I don't remember. The other fun thing about this song was I think we originally wrote it with an almost country sound. And then we didn't actually change the lyrics. We just sort of tried to change the style, but I still think that country vibe still came through.
Yeah.
Which I think is just kind of funny.
I mean, it fits.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of funny to think about that it was originally more of a country sounding song.
Oh, here the masked patron is the one within, and I'm the one left to lock away his grin.
There's just a lot of good lines.
There are a lot of good lines in this song.
Yeah, it's fun. It was a fun one to do. I think we were also just really bored and just did not want to do actual work. So this was the result.
This is true.
I think our best work is when we should actually be working on actual real life stuff.
That's also true in my writing, yeah.
Yeah, but that's when the best stuff happens. So
yeah.
Anyway.
All right, you ready to move on?
Yeah.